my fellow Americans, this is former President Barack Hussein Obama, and you're listening to the Mad Titan Podcast. Please be sure to support this young brother from Chicago, Jay Washington, because he's a funny bastard. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
I ignored my destiny once. I cannot do that again. Even for you. I'm the only one who knows that. At least I'm the only one with the will to act on it.
The Mad Titan Podcast with your host, Jay Washington.
What's happening, everybody? I'm back. It is episode 49 of the Mad Titan Podcast with me, the resident supervillain, Mr. Jay Washington. What is up, people? My bad for the delays, man. If I tell y'all how hectic, you know what? Let me stop saying that. Look, things have been busy. Things have been busy in a great way. I've had a lot of auditions for a lot of big things, a lot of meetings for a lot of big things, on top of work with the nightclub gig and wrestling and stand-up and everything else. So things have been going great. But I've tried to make sure that I haven't, strayed away from my responsibility doing this, because this is one of the things that I personally love doing. This is one of the things for me that isn't like an obligation. It's an obligation. It's not like a hobby. It's something I love doing. So therefore, I make sure I have to give it to the people. I'm obligated to do it. Yes, it is an obligation. Excuse me. I'm also super fucking sleepy, so y'all gotta excuse me. I've been wanting to get this out, but like I said, I had been so busy, and then I was trying to have a guest co-host, but everybody's been busy. Everybody's trying to pick up the pace. January is always a rebound, getting everything in motion month here, especially in Los Angeles, and getting people on via Skype and other things have been not so successful. So nonetheless, I'm here and I can do it. I'll catch you all up on a lot of other things that are going on when I get towards the episode. This is going to be kind of short. There isn't a lot to talk about. There isn't much. I might go into some details on some things, but there isn't much. But nonetheless, whether it's 15, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, or an hour, I wanted to make sure I gave y'all something. So here are some of the news stories I have. I got a couple of Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness rumors. Now, here's one of the rumors. Now, after the event, this is the rumors of the plot. Okay, of the plot of the movie. It's that after the events of Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange continues his research on the Time Stone, but an old friend turned enemy seeks to destroy every sorcerer on Earth, messing with Strange's plan and causing him to unleash an unspeakable evil. So basically, that sounds like Mordo's coming back from the first movie, which we were wondering what was going to happen with Chiwetel Ejiofor, and it's reportedly that he is a lock to return as Mordo, so that is a good thing. Now, it's also said that the villain may be Nightmare. Now, I have not really heard of Nightmare. I got to do some research, so I'll be straight up honest. But I'm still in the belief, I'm still under the deep impression that somehow, some way, Scarlet Witch becomes the villain of this movie. Because to say they tie in, WandaVision basically means she goes crazy. She has not been called the Scarlet Witch yet. She's still Wanda Maximoff. Like, yo, this may happen. Oh, by the way, I know we're into the episode, but if you're new to the Mad Titan Podcast, what this is Barbershop Talk for Nerds. So I keep shit A100 with y'all, straight up, down the wire, and yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, I still believe that Wanda Maximoff, aka Scarlet Witch, will be the bad guy, or one of the antagonists, if not the primary antagonist, but one of the antagonists for Doctor Strange 2. So, I mean, I'm interested to see how that happens. A lot of little plot info for a lot of different things are coming out about a lot of different movies that we're expected to get. So we'll go into that. Speaking of movies with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Captain Marvel 2. We already know this movie's a go. We know that it's happening. It now officially has a writer. And speaking of the aforementioned WandaVision, one of its writers, Megan McDonnell, is set to pen the script. So she's going to be writing, and she's a relatively new writer. So she's going to write the script to Captain Marvel 2, and they said it's going to take her into the present. Now, remember, Captain Marvel 1 was set in the 90s. Now, I wanted to get that out the way because there's another Captain Marvel 2 story that I saw that pissed me the whole fuck off that I felt I needed to come talk about. So once again, a bunch of lame ass, bitch made ass, sorry ass, goofy ass, whining ass, no get no pussy ass unless they buy it, virgin ass, living in their mama's basement ass, dirty fat stank ass, old t-shirt wearing ass, greasy chin, I'll fight you a Fortnite face ass boys have made a petition again to try to get Brie Larson fired and removed from Captain Marvel 2. And I say that because of course it's only bitch ass, whole ass, simple ass, scary ass dudes that do this, okay? This is unnecessary. This is stupid. You all are weak. I can't think of no other word to simplify it but weak. Disney is not letting go of Brie Larson by any means. I don't give a fuck how sensitive your feelings were hurt when she said she was tired of seeing all white men in her press junkets. I don't give a fuck how sensitive your feelings are hurt because she is a feminist and proud for women's rights and women being at the forefront of many things. I don't give a fuck. Captain Marvel 1 made $1.1 billion. I think 1.3 to be exact. Guess what? She will be Captain Marvel for the foreseeable future. And if you don't like it, you can just suck a dick and kiss my ass. Now, I say all that knowing that the majority of them type of dudes don't listen to me. And I'm good. I'm glad they don't. But just in case you slip through the cracks, just in case you recently found out about me and you're like, yo, let me see what Jay Washington talk about on his own podcast. Let me see what he can say about this. This is what I got to say. You're a bitch. You a whole bitch. You a whiny little Nicholas in a basement. If you are willing to sign a petition or make a petition to try to get a woman removed from a movie because you're mad how she made your little feelings hurt, you're a whole bitch. Plain and simple. I think it's ridiculous that we have to keep having these discussions. And I understand that people will go, well, Jay, you shouldn't acknowledge these trolls for what they do. If you acknowledge them, they'll just go away. And that is the furthest thing from the fucking truth. That don't happen. We know that. Trolls are that silent majority. Because they're so loud, you can't help but to hear them. And this is just ridiculous. It is just utterly, completely ridiculous. And it's sad. It's really sad. So to those guys, I really say, kiss my entire ass. I hope what's left of your little penis falls off. I really do. Let's move on. Now, the Loki series on Disney Plus is moving full steam ahead, and today, it just at the time of this recording, has made a major casting announcement. Owen Wilson is set to join the cast of Loki, and that is so dope. Like, this is Owen Wilson's first foray into superhero world. So there is not much known about what his character could be, who he could be, if he could be a main character, a main Marvel character we know, somebody made up for the series or whatever the case, because we do know that Loki's supposed to go through history, messing with events of history. So Owen Wilson could be any parts of this, we don't know yet, but that's an interesting thing to hear. I talked about this numerous times on this podcast, but Emily Blunt, now she's rumored to have met with Marvel Studios about a role in the upcoming movie. Now, she's missed out on playing several characters before. So, just want you to know. Now, they say that it's speculation she could be lining up the role of Clea in Doctor Strange 2. I am a part of that contingent along with a lot of other fans who believes she will be Sue Storm. I still, in my heart, I stand on my belief that her and John Krasinski, if she's not in Doctor Strange 2 as Clea, I full-heartedly believe that her and John Krasinski are Reed Richards and Sue Storm. But we don't know. Now, she was up for a supporting role in Iron Man 3 some years back, and she just narrowly missed out on playing both Black Widow and Peggy Carter. So she definitely has a good relationship with the studio, and she definitely has a relationship where they not only just want to use her, but they want to use her as a lead role. And of course, it's Emily Blunt. Why wouldn't you? But it speaks volumes. Again, is it guaranteed to be Sue Storm? Is it guaranteed to be the Fantastic Four? Absolutely not. So I don't want anybody thinking that I'm automatically locking it down and saying that's what it is, because I'm not. I'm just saying I believe in my heart that is what's going to happen with her. I really believe that Emily Blunt is going to be Sue Storm. Now, again, she pops up in Doctor Strange 2. I will admit I'm wrong. I will completely admit, and I will be fine with it. You know what I'm saying? I am totally fine with that, okay? And I think that is all of the Marvel news I have for right now. Now, there's a lot of the Batman news that's been coming out. Of course, production has officially started a while ago. We got the slate to let it know it was going down. It is happening. We got the logo for it. We saw the film slate. So yes, it is happening, okay? It is officially happening. I know a lot of people saying, well, I won't believe it until it goes into production. It is in production. It is officially in production. Now, you didn't get much of the plot synopsis that's come out, but we found out officially that Peter Skarsgård is playing a Gotham City District Attorney, but he's not Harvey Dent. He's actually a new character to the DC canon named Gil Coulson, and Jamie Lawson is going to play mayoral candidate Bella Real. Now, we thought she was going to be Barbara Gordon. So, those are out the question. Now, again, it's not saying that these may not be in the, works of these characters, and not saying these actors are going to play them, but we will see what happens. Again, I am very, very, very interested. Colin Farrell is confirmed to be playing Oswald Cobblepot. Andy Serkis is Alfred. Zoe Kravitz, Selena Kyle. Paul Dano is the Riddler. Jeffrey Wright, James Gordon. John Turturro is Carmine Falcone. So, I am extremely excited and interested to see what happens with this, okay? What else news? So, I don't know if I talked about this on the last one, but the Green Lantern TV series is set to focus on 2 Green Lantern. I think I did do this. I did that one. Yeah, we talked about those. We talked about those in the last episode. So, I'll get to Green Lantern because I want to talk about the series finale of Arrow. But Birds of Prey had its early screenings a couple of days ago. I did not get a chance to go to it. I thought I was on the list, but also I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. I had a major callback. So, it's no real loss. But there has been high praise already coming out about this film. The words about it being fun, comparisons to Deadpool and to John Wick. And so this should ease a lot of the nerves for a lot of the people who were skeptical, myself included. Because I know I was like, yo, how is this going to be? And then I heard they were amping up the action. But then I was like, I don't know if I want to see Birds of Prey. Because I just didn't know how I felt about Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn in the lead of a film. But now I'm all aboard it. So from what I'm hearing, and I can't wait to see it, it will be dropping next week. So, shit, let's go. Let's make it happen. As far as the DC Universe shows, I didn't get a chance to watch this upcoming weeks. I watched the last week's. So how everything followed up after the Crisis. Now, Supergirl, it confirmed that Earth Prime is the only Earth as of now. The multiverse may still be in existence, but a lot of people from different universes are now gathered on Earth Prime. So that is something we'll be contending with. Batwoman has the same thing it's dealing with, but Arrow gave 2 episodes that I haven't had a chance to talk about. The first one being the backdoor pilots of the Green Arrow and the Canaries, where Mia wakes up in 2040. She's back. Laurel comes to the future. Dinah's running a cafe, and basically Mia they have to get their memories back of the Crisis, thanks to a device that Cisco made that he gave Laurel, which is cool. Oh, I'm not going to go bit by bit with the backdoor pilot. I just think it is okay. I think that I like how with the reset of the universe, people who were originally dead are alive now, which I'll get into in a moment with the Arrow finale. But it also adds the twist because the way the backdoor pilot started, spoiler alert, JJ and Mia were in a relationship until she gets her memories back, and then he gets his back. Somebody who has the same type of technology gives him his memories back. He's the leader of the Deathstroke gang and everything. So, long story short, William got kidnapped at the end, and so it is believed and rumored that the villain of Green Arrow and the Canaries will actually be the Black Canary, Laurel Lance, Earth 2 Laurel Lance, aka Black Siren. So, I'm not that surprised. But I would have loved for it to be something else, to go in a completely different direction, I guess. But tis what it is. The Legends of Tomorrow Return was just hilarious. I loved it. Them doing a documentary of Meet the Legends and them being celebrities now. And at the end of it, them not wanting to be celebrities and just going back to being, for lack of better words, obscure heroes. I'm cool with it. No need to break it all down. Now, let me get into the Arrow finale that happened. This finale was a long time coming. For 8 years of a show. I will admit, I've rocked with the show since day one. I stayed with the show throughout the good and the bad, through every season it's had. I stayed with it through season 3, the Ra's al Ghul, season 4, the Damien Dark, Magic season, when it picked back up with Prometheus, season 6, 7. I've been there all the way through. And so the final episode really was a love letter to all of that. And it showed how If you remember earlier in the, I think it was season 7 or it was season 8, I can't remember which one. We did the Emerald Archer documentary. The world had been reset, of course, now because of Oliver's sacrifices, the new Spectre. And now the documentary talks about Oliver sacrificing his life. But also, the crazy things about it is, Warrior Queen is back. So the night in season 2 when Slade kills his mom, Oliver escapes and stabs Slade. Tommy's back. Everybody... Emiko is back, and Emiko is cool with the family. Roy decides to propose to Thea. There's so much that happens. Everyone who's been a part is Quentin Lance is back. Everyone who's been a part of the show came back for the finale. The biggest thing that everyone has been talking about, though, is the end scene where John Diggle is packing up his van with his family, him, Lila, and the kids, and they're about to move to Metropolis. But at night, a meteor comes, it crashes into the ground and blasts John into the van. When he opens, after he recovers, he goes over and sees a box, opens it up, and it is a green light, and everybody it was the payoff to numerous teases throughout this entire show that John Diggle could become the Green Lantern. Now, will that be the case going forward? Because yes, the Green Lantern TV series is set to happen. Will it mean that David Ramsey is that Lantern? Is he the Green Lantern? John Stewart, we don't know. But I'm glad to know that there are plans with David Ramsey, and this isn't just done in jest. This isn't just done as fan service to say, hey, we gave you this, you should be happy, now shut it up. There's there's nothing like that. So that's not the case. I think this is a great thing, because if he is eventually going to become John Stewart, one of the most qualified leaders of the Lantern Corps that we see from the human aspect, I'm all for it. I think there's no better person to play this. I would hate to see them do a John Stewart Green Lantern in the Green Lantern series with a whole nother character, with a whole nother actor, That would piss me off royally. That would make me so upset. That would have me feel like they didn't care much about David Ramsey, which, by the way, I know that's not the case. So I don't have to worry about that, if that makes sense. I don't have to guess if that is something that they're going to do, but, like, screw him over, so I'm basically saying. But I will admit, I cried. I shed a few tears, because, you get invested into a show. Man. You're all about it. So it is what it is. I think that's all the DC news and all the shows I wanted to talk about. I do have some emails here from the Mad Titan Podcast. Email madtitanpodcast@gmail.com. And you can leave me calls on the hotline. 818-276-6947. 818-276-6947. I do miss y'all calls sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. I miss having y'all calls and putting them on the show. So start calling the hotline again. I mean, I'm looking at some emails. Let me tell you something. So let's just be real. There's one person in particular. You send multiple emails. There's no reason to send multiple emails. Ask all of your questions in the same email, and let's knock that out. All right? Because I won't answer all of them. But I'm going to go... Let's see what this one is. Yeah, it's the same person pretty much with all of them, I believe. Let's see. I don't know if I want to answer that one. Let's see. Let me see. All right. Here's an email from egojoe@gmail.com. It says, so with the Crisis on Infinite Earths finished and Earth Prime being a thing, what does that mean for the future of Black Lightning, considering Jefferson is the only one from his show that remembers the event of the crossover? Random vast casting. This is something completely different. Again, that's something different. To answer that question, though, I mean, it's hard to answer that. It's very difficult to answer that, because knowing what I know behind the scenes, this is supposed to now open Freeland to the universe at large, for lack of better words, the world at large, shall I say. But it may not happen. Now, granted, the way the show, the next episodes of the show, the final 3 episodes of the season those are already locked in before the Crisis, and I don't know how much of an effect it will have, but I wish I could answer it. I don't think I can. I don't know. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to say I don't know. I don't think I can answer it. I don't think there is a solid answer for this, and I don't want to play that I have an answer, and I don't. I don't want to do that. I wish I had more. I don't know. I feel like season 4, which it for sure will happen, I feel season 4 should be something where we now see Jefferson go to Central City or Barry Allen come Breland or something like that. I believe we should. I'm not sure we will. I mean, we will get the world's finest team-ups, with Batwoman and Supergirl. That's a given. But I don't know. Like, you can't just. I hope the heads of Black Lightning, not the creative writers, the heads realize you can't just have this show now exist as on its own island, because there is no island anymore. There isn't an island anymore. And so, I mean, let's see what happens with that. I guess that's the best way I can answer that. But again, thank you for your email. Please, again, send your emails collectively if you can. Like, I got one. I don't like to be that dude, but like, yo, I'm keeping it real with y'all. When you ask me a bunch of things that don't concern the Marvel or DC TV show, the live action TV shows or movies that I talk about, I'm not going to answer that. That's number one. 2, when you're sending me a bunch of emails back to back to back, when you can send them as one, I'm not going to get to all of them. I'm not going to answer all of them. I'm just not. So save yourself some trouble and me some trouble. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and do that. Y'all know I love you. Keep rocking with your boy. But that is all I got for this week, man. I told you I just wanted to get this episode out to y'all. No matter what, I wanted y'all to have this, and so you got it from me. Thank you all, everybody who listened to me. Thank you, everybody who rocks with the show. Every time I put it out, I'm trying to put it out weekly. I'm trying to get back to weekly. I as my heart of hearts, I'm trying to get back to weekly. It has just been difficult because, again, one of the reasons I had to step aside from the Schmodown, and a lot of things I had to step aside from, my schedule is picked up, and because I don't want people to think I'm being negligent. I don't want people to think I don't care. It's just things that picked up. And hopefully you all understand. But again, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. You really should. I don't know why I have to repeat it. For those who have joined the Supervillain Squad, join the Supervillain Squad, patreon.com/Mr. J Washington. Thank you to all of my members of the squad. Thank you to Adelia Chamberlain, Akeem J. Brown, AZ Badfish, Brandon Buckingham, California Joe, Kasi Nachalobe, David Adams, DJ Snacks, Fat Boy Cantina, Greg Morrissey, Hank Staley, James Smart, Jeffrey Tadorn, Jim Mason, John Mariano, LK, Marcus Kennedy, Marcus Burton, Mikey Lito, Paisley Darts, Randy Constance, Rudy Rueda, Samir Tesfaye, Steve Tozen, and the Prince That Wasn't Promised. Thank you all for being members of the squad. I appreciate you all a million. Please, the squad is just, I'm going to put up some stuff in there. My wrestling matches are going up there. If you want to show support and some love, you want to help, I know. Listen, let me just do this. Let me be straight 100 with y'all, because that's what I've always been. Since people got fired from Collider and all this other shit, everybody's gone to their channels and they've boosted up their, subscriptions on their YouTube channels, which I want you to subscribe to my channel. Please do. But everybody's been trying to go through Patreons to keep supporting themselves, their pay bills for Patreon and Streamlabs and everything. And I know everybody can't do it and everybody's stretched thin trying to do it. I'm not going to ask you to do that. That's why I tell people, I'm not going to ask you to drop $20, $50 and all that. My Patreon is $1 to $5. If you want to support, if you can support to show your love, that is all I ask for. Because what it does, I literally improved some things. If you watch some of the new videos, the Harley Quinn setup and things like that, the Harley Quinn videos Winston and I do on the YouTube channel, we're adding new equipment, we got new lights and stuff like that I'm doing to make this stuff better. So that is actually happening with this, the things and how people give and help. I don't want to say that, it's just there and it's just going in my pocket, because that's not the case at all. So I don't want anybody to ever think that. I am literally building with this, and I want you all to know that I am grateful, but I know that everyone is asking everyone to donate to Patreons and all that, and I don't want to be that dude. I don't. I mean, you guys are going to go to so many other people's Patreons, and that's fine. Do what you do. That is totally your choice. It is your finances. But if you want to support and show some love, it is only $1 or $5. That is all I am asking. I am not asking for anything else. Anything else more you want to do, that is solely on you. And for those who do, I'm going to have you in like reviews with me, probably on an episode of the podcast. All this different crazy shit, you'll be a part of it. So that's how I'm going to show my love and appreciation. But thank you to you all. Like I said, check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/JAYWashington80. Make sure you are checking out the new Blurds in the Hood channel with Winston and myself. That's BLERDS, the letter N, THEHOOD. We have our second episode of Blurds in the Hood up right now. So we initially did our first episode. It was like 25 minutes. And we decided to condense it because people were like, yo, what happened to the longer format? So what Winston and I are trying to do is we're trying to pitch this off. And it's easier to pitch something you have together when you have it in a smaller format. That is not saying that we will not go back to a longer format. That is not saying that at all. It is just easier to sell it to people. It is easily more digestible for busy individuals when you have something in a condensed 10-minute format. This is who we are, this is what we talk about, this is what we do, boom, here's the show. Now, once we get that done and we get enough episodes to where we say, hey, we have a good block of episodes that are 10 minutes, we'll go back to expanding the format. We won't go super long, but the most we might do is a half-hour show. So I think that is where we are. That's our sweet spot we're reaching for. But again, go to the Blurds in the Hood channel on YouTube and subscribe over there, and subscribe to the Blurds in the Hood Facebook fan page. Please do. All right, I will holler at you guys later. Till then, take care. I'm out of here. Peace.